Section 135 CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. What is this section all about? Let me tell you, this section is not a section. This section in itself is a chapter. Understood? It's like such an important concept in CS executive exam. If you see, CSR is a separate chapter. Understood? This concept is so important, so important, so important that practically this has been made as a compulsory requirement for specific type of companies. Now, the question will be, sir, what is CSR? What is this? See, corporate social responsibility. What does it mean, sir? I'll tell you. Have you heard about the concept of the iron law of responsibility? IRON, iron law of responsibility. Have you heard of it? Yes? Maybe? No? Okay. What is the iron law of responsibility? Iron law of responsibility means iron law. You understand iron? Iron means something that attracts to the magnet. Attracting law. Attracting law or iron law or magnetic attraction you are getting over here towards the responsibility. So what the provision says, for example, if I say I am in a coaching class, okay. Now this coaching class which I am taking, my suppose CA final or a CA inter batch is going on. There are say 100, 120 students sitting in the class. 100, 120, 150 students are sitting in the class. Now out of this 100, 120, 150 students who are physically sitting over here with me in the class, what is the concept that we need to understand most? The concept that over here we need to understand the most is, sir, out of the 100, 120 students who are coming every day in the class, my class is not the only one which is going on. Correct? There are at least 10 other classes which are going on the same floor. Okay. So at a stretch, in a single day, at a time, there are 1,000 to 1,500 students present. Correct? In the classes. Okay. Now, if you understand, these classes which are going on, so for example, if it is a crash batch, crash season is going on, crash batch is going on. So the classes timings are maybe 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. If I say the class timing is between 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, you need to understand that such a long period is there. Every student, 1,500 students on an average, if I say 1,500 students, every student will use the washroom at least once in the day. Basic I'm talking. Yes. If every student is using the washroom at least once in a day, means they will flush at least once. Once if the flush button is pressed, almost 3 to 5 liters of water is flushed. 3 to 5 liter in one flush multiplied by 1,500 students, which comes to almost 4 to 5,000 liters of water being flushed every day. That's huge. That's huge, isn't it? Yes, it is. When these students are sitting, 150 students in the class, imagine how many air conditioners I need to keep on. Almost 8 to 10 ACs are on in every class. Yes. How much of the gas is thrown outside? Inside the classroom, it's pleasant, it's cold, it's cool, it's calm. Outside, in the atmosphere, it's bad, it's hot air, right? Yes. 1,500 students coming up, going down. My classes are, say, for example, in the 4th or the 5th floor. Going up, coming down, going up, coming down, using the lift. How much of the electricity is being consumed every day? We have to keep water arrangements also for so many students are there. We need drinking waters for them. How much liters of water may be utilized every day? Okay, chalo. This is one aspect. Second aspect, if these classes will shut down, God forbid, that should never happen. But if these classes will shut down, you imagine how much electricity will be saved. How much water will be saved? Drinking water will be saved. Correct? So, Sir, is it good that the classes should shut down? Then so much of electricity, water, everything will be saved? Practically no, because education will be affected. I've got so many employees, so much of staff is there with me. Everybody will be affected. Their families run because of our classes. Everybody will be affected. What you need to understand over here is, even if so many things are there, so much of units of electricity are utilized, so much of water every day is being utilized, still my classes are running, and they are running by God's grace smoothly. How come? My classes are located in the heart of the city. It's all residential area around me. Still, never it has happened that any person, any resident has come over to the class with a complaint, or a group of people coming to threaten the classes over here. Never that thing has happened. In fact, in the afternoon, in the 9 to 5, 9 to 6 classes, in the afternoon, when I give a lunch break, when we all give a lunch break, 150 students from my class and similarly from other classes, they walk down the street to have some food, have some juice, find something for eating. There is a traffic jam on the road. Imagine hundreds of people crossing the road at the same time. There is a traffic jam, but still nobody has ever come up to complain. Why? Isn't this a question that we should think of? Why? The reason is pretty simple, guys. The reason is pretty simple. The reason is because as classes, we are not only running commercial business over here. As classes, we are also doing or giving our bit to the society. Corporate, we are a classes, we are a corporate. As a corporate, we have some responsibilities towards the society. Those societies are known as corporates, social responsibilities. And we are complying with those, each and every such responsibility. How? For example, we have regular tree plantation programs organized by our classes, where if we don't go for plantation outside, we take small plants and distribute to the different houses in the neighborhood. Encourage them to plant trees in their vicinity, in their veranda. Yes. We have programs like food competition, food making competition, where there are different batches who make food, who cook food in the classes, and then that food is sold by them to different students. Recently, we had a biryani making competition. Loads of biryani, veg biryani, non-veg biryani was made by students. And then per plate, 50 rupees, they will charge. Sir, what is the benefit to the society? Benefit to the society, this per plate 50 rupees which they charge, the money which they earned, thousands of rupees which they earned, was not taken home by them. That money was used as donation to a charitable institution, or an old age home, or a blind home, or an orphanage, or supplying some goods to such institutes. Blood donation camps are organized because that is, we feel that thousands of students are there within the class itself. If I can organize a blood donation camp, hundreds of people will donate blood at once. Imagine how much benefit will be there to the people at large. We are doing all these things for the society, which is not a part of my marketing or advertisement. No. The outside road was broken. Road for the public, which is used, not my classes private road. No. That road, we got it repaired. So the surrounding people were very happy that chalo, somebody is working, getting the road repaired. Yes, they got plants, they could plant within their vicinity, which have turned out to be good saplings have turned out to be plants to small trees now. It's progressing. What is this? This is what we are doing. But now the question is every company doing this? Is every corporate doing this? If every corporate would have been really doing that, then this law wouldn't have been required. The requirement of this law has arisen, reason being only and only and only because every company, every corporate is not doing their bit for the society. Something that they should do for the society, they are not doing it, and that is why this law is there. That is why this provision is there. They said it is now compulsory. It is now compulsory for specific type of companies. I will show you what are the companies. It is compulsory for the specific type of companies to do CSR. And how much CSR are we asking you to do? How much CSR are we are asking? Have you earned profit in the company? Yes or no? If you are making loss, we are not even telling you to do CSR. Have you earned profit in the company? Yes. Okay. If you have earned profit in the company, you from that profit do something for the society. And what we are asking you to do for the society is what how much ever profit you have earned, not only this year, in the last 3 years, total profit of the last 3 years, take average of that profit. After you take average of that profit, take only 2% of that profit, only 2%. Minimum 2% you should contribute in CSR. Isn't it our social responsibility? If we are growing, the society should grow with us. Yes, that's what they talk about over here. Interesting section, sir. Indeed it is. Plus, what else they are saying, sir? They are saying to do CSR, it's not something you should take as a burden on you. No, take it as a responsibility. There are big companies who are compulsorily now required to make CSR committees. Make what? CSR committees. What does this committee do? This CSR committee, it identifies what kind of CSR activities we want to do. There are lots of options given under Schedule 7 of this Act for CSR activities. So many options are there. I will show you all of them. You will make a note of all of them. So many options are there. Out of all of the options which are available, the CSR committee will identify what all things we can do or we should do as a part of CSR. Understood? And then after that, after they identify it, they will make a policy around that and plan how to implement the amount for doing that CSR activity. The CSR activity, whether it is done or not done, will be monitored by this CSR committee. You have to make a CSR committee that is compulsory for certain type of companies. I'll tell you what type of companies are. Basic condition, what they are saying, whenever you are doing CSR, you think about upliftment of the society. Yes, think about your surrounding first, then your city, then your state, and then your country. But if you say, sir, because of this Ukraine-Russia war, so many people in Ukraine have suffered, we want to do our CSR. And as CSR, we want to provide medical facilities for those people in Ukraine. Your idea is very good. I appreciate your gesture, but it will not be considered as CSR. No. Reason being, you want to go outside India and do something for the people outside India, very good, go for it. There is no problem. But my condition over here is, if you want to really go outside India and do something for the people outside India, boss. Is India totally developed? Is it that the people of India don't need any help anymore? No. So it is like your house is on fire and you are taking a bucket of water to pour on somebody else's house. That doesn't make sense. Understood? So your local area, your city, your town, and your country should get the first preference in the same hierarchy as I said. Your local area being the first one. So it is a job, it is the duty of the CSR committee to identify what kind of CSR activities we can do, what kind of services are required for our community, for the growth, upliftment of our community. They will identify, they will select, and then they will propose whatever they want to do to the board of directors, and then board of directors will finalize whether they want to go ahead with such a CSR activity or not. Everything that they are planning to do has to be a part of a CSR policy, very systematic. Making a CSR policy, have you made a CSR policy, not made a CSR policy, what is there in the CSR policy? All these things are the basic compulsory disclosure requirements. If you know, in the board's report also, I have given you the answer of both. It is the duty of the board of directors also to accept all the recommendations from the CSR committee, analyze those recommendations, verify those recommendations, give their opinions on those recommendations, and all of these things should be included in the board of directors report. Compulsory. Yes. Minimum 2%. We are saying you contribute towards CSR. If you want to contribute more, you can contribute more also. No problem. And it is not that you contribute 2% means you have to just spend 2%. No. It can be a long-term project also, like making a road of a few kilometers, may not get over within a short span. So my idea of spending 2% is clear, but that project is not getting over in that particular year itself. What should I do? You can carry forward the money also, deposit it in a separate bank account, CSR account. If at all you feel like, no, it is not possible for me to do all these things or CSR activities or something, no problem. Is CSR applicable for you? Yes or no? Yes, it is applicable. Whatever is the amount of CSR that you want to do, you have to do compulsory, minimum that much. Either you give it to the professional CSR agencies whose business is to do CSR for the company. They will charge some commission and do CSR activities for you. And if that also you don't want to do, central government has made so many funds, central government funds like Clean Ganga Fund, Swachh Bharat Fund. Understood? You deposit your CSR amount in that fund. That also will be treated as CSR activity. Because of COVID, so many actions taken by so many companies are now treated as CSR, allowed to be treated as CSR. I'll give you a list of so many things over here. We'll talk about that. What is the point to be noted over here? The point to be noted over here, sir, is CSR. For certain companies, it is compulsory, but for those companies for whom it is not yet compulsory, they should also do CSR. They should also do CSR. If the society grows, the organization grows. It's parallel. It goes hand in hand. Right? Now, textbook wise, notes wise, which company should do CSR? Who has to compulsorily enter into the contracts of CSR? What are the contributions required to be done in CSR? What are the other options in CSR? What kind of CSR activities I can do? How about CSR committee? Who are the members of that committee? Who makes the policy? Who approves the policy? For understanding all these questions, you need to come with me to the next video where I will talk about the answers of CSR. Understood? Lots of discussions we will do about CSR from the textbook also, and we will do that immediately in the next video. All right. See you around in the next video. Thank you very much. God bless you, my dear.